Hello world, I am Jake Short, husband, father, realtor, and former home inspector. For those of you who have clicked on the link or scanned the QR code to get here right now, I thank you and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm bringing you news from the Arizona Association of Realtors. The title of the article that we're talking about is Vacation and Short-Term Rental Law is Evolving. The article starts off by saying that in 2017, a regulation was passed called SB 1350, which addressed short-term rentals and vacation rentals. This ordinance prohibited a city or town or a county from restricting the use or regulation of vacation rentals and short-term rentals. It also allowed the local government to determine regulations governing vacation and short-term rentals if the regulation is meant to protect public health and safety. I know from personal experience that Coconino County is using the Protect Public Health and Safety portion of this regulation to cause some headaches for people that already own or want to buy land north of Williams for the purpose of glamping. Coconino County is very particular on their septic tank and proper waste removal procedures. If you want to know more about that, reach out to me or just write me a comment below. For now, back to SB 1350. This regulation provided a mechanism to collect and remit rental taxes to the Arizona Department of Revenue. It was claimed to have created more economic opportunity while protecting the private property rights of the homeowner. Now, as you know, short-term rentals have exploded in popularity. They are popping up everywhere, and they are very much better options for renters needing a place to stay for a couple of days, maybe a couple weeks. However, with great power comes great responsibility, yes? As short-term rentals have multiplied and evolved, local government is trying to keep up with these evolutions. But at the same time, they're trying not to interfere with private property rights of homeowners. As you can imagine, that's basically like putting out a fire that's approaching a gas station. One wrong decision and the whole thing just blows out of proportion. So what Governor Ducey and his team of bureaucrats have come up with is SB 1168. This gives local governments more power to enforce all applicable laws, regulations, and ordinances pertaining to vacation and short-term rentals. This newly enacted power allows local governments to require a few new items from current short-term rental owners. Point number 1. The property owner will be required to obtain and maintain a local regulatory permit. This will come into effect here in Coconino County in the coming months. Point number 2. Before offering a vacation rental or short-term rental for the first time, the property owner must notify all neighboring single-family residential properties. It's not disclosed in this particular new ordinance if this notification needs to be made for current vacation rentals. However, now that the idea has been implanted into local governments, I imagine that each individual county will be able to decide if such a notification needs to be made to the neighbors. Point number 3. The property owner is required to display the local regulatory permit number or transaction privilege tax license number on each advertisement for their vacation or short-term rental. I'm pretty confident that Airbnb and VRBO will be able to assist short-term rental property owners with that display from their user interface on the website. However, it can still be an inconvenience if there are any other advertisements circulating for any particular short-term rental. Point number 4. Point number 4 states that the vacation or short-term rental owners are required to maintain liability insurance or advertise through an online lodging marketplace that provides coverage. So once again, Airbnb and VRBO might be able to take care of this for their clients. However, it is once again another hoop to jump through and another expense to pay just to keep a short-term rental operating. This next part gets interesting. The revised law further allows local governments to impose a civil penalty of up to $1,000 against the owner for every 30 days that the owner fails to provide a contact information for the owner that's responsible for responding to complaints and emergencies. This particular point will likely not be an issue for the majority of the current short-term rentals, but it does open the eyes of any current owner that does not display the contact information for complaints or emergencies. Next point, the revised law also allows local governments to deny issuance of a permit under certain circumstances. Please note, it does not say what the certain circumstances are. That will be up to the individual counties to provide more information. Next point, local governments are allowed to adopt an administrative process to suspend a local or regulatory permit for up to 12 months for verified violations associated with the property. This one could be treacherous for any owners out there that have any violations through their respective counties. A vacation rental that doesn't have income for 12 months sounds more like an unused second home that's just bleeding out dollars toward a mortgage. The last point here is that the revised law will also allow local governments to impose a civil penalty of up to $1,000 if the owner fails to apply for a regulatory permit as required. So really, go get the permit when the time comes. That's the only option, right? Lastly here, the article ends by saying that the evolving vacation and short-term rental law allows for Arizona property owners to continue to utilize their property as they choose, while also addressing community concerns by holding bad actors responsible for their actions. So what they're saying is, go ahead and keep doing what you want to do with your property, but also we want you to do what we want you to do, and do it for the good of the community. All right, so to tie it all together here, whether you are one of the bad actors or not, now that you've seen this video, I definitely recommend that you make sure all of your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed, and all of the check boxes that you need to have filled or checked are definitely filled and checked. Because to reiterate, this new revised ordinance, SB 1168, will give local governments more power to enforce all of the regulations that they deem appropriate. I've already had a previous client tell me that they don't like where this is going, and they're already thinking about selling their current vacation rentals and retiring to somewhere off in Asia, far away. At first, I laughed at this, but I kind of understand where he's coming from. As short-term and vacation rentals evolve, local governments will have to keep evolving too. And this might actually make them too much of a headache to deal with, or even less profitable and not worth the time and effort that they require. Personally, I hope this is not the case, because whenever I travel, I would much prefer to rent an entire house for my family. It is so nice having just a room with me and my wife while all the kids are in their own rooms down the hallway or across the way or something. I'm so happy that the days of sharing a small hotel room can be gone. But anyway, I hope this video has given you some insight, and I hope that you can choose to keep your short-term rental operating. If for some reason you can't or decide not to, please keep in mind that helping people buy and sell their properties is how I feed my family and take care of our bills. And when you have kids, you have bills and bills and bills. Some of you know this. I appreciate any and all referrals that you send my way, and I would be honored to someday in the future help you with your real estate needs. Be blessed, have a wonderful day, and remember, stick with me, and you can always expect better. Goodbye for now, world. See you next time.